Kimitomo Muromoto. I was born in 1923. 97? Oh boy. I'm 97 years old, and I served with Company I, 442nd Infantry Battalion. Born and raised in Bellevue, Washington. I had a 5-acre farm in Clyde Hill, Washington. Yeah, we were making holly wreaths that we sent all over the world. I worked there for years. In fact, my dad worked there for many, many years. In fact, my dad was one of the original ones that was making the holly wreaths, and they'd send them overseas. I think about 21 or 22. We were working when somebody came and said, or. Of course, we were evacuated. Well, my mom and dad were in Tule Lake. That was where all the Northwest people had to go. I wasn't in there too long, only about 5 months, I think. My folks still stayed in the camp because they had no place to go. I went out to Idaho, worked out in Weiser, Idaho. Then one day, I was drafted. I had a good job out, but I hated to leave it. But Uncle Sam said, "You're gotta go," so I had to go. Took my basic training in Camp Shelby, Mississippi, and then from there went overseas. I went over to Europe, served over there for almost 2 years, mostly in France, southern France, and northern Italy. George Morihiro was the BR man. BAR is a heavy weapons to carry. I was assistant. I had to carry all the ammo for the BAR. It came in a series of, I think, 8 to a clip, so I had to carry about 4 or 5 clips. It got pretty darn heavy, but it was an accurate weapon. The enemy would always search the guys that had the BAR. So we were kind of mostly endangered side. I was on guard duty, and a couple of guys came up and they started shooting at us. Bullets came flying over. George Morihiro got nicked, so I said, "Go on back." So he went back, and another fellow from Southern California became my assistant, so the two of us went the rest of the way. Kind of in the back of my mind, there seemed to have been some incident that happened, but I just can't remember. Boy, I wished I had George Murray with me. He knew all the answers. Boy, he was pretty sharp. I was lucky enough. I come pretty darn close getting hit, but a couple of guys next to me got hit. In fact, 2 guys got killed. The artillery blast came over, and they hit the trees, and those shells just break up into small pieces, and the shrapnels come right straight down. So you're in a foxhole, shrapnel comes right straight down. I remember 2 guys next to me were killed because of that. So I always used to tell the guys, whenever you advance or anything, make sure you look for kind of a hilly spot so you could dig it into the wall. So when the shells come over, you'll be a little safer than if you right straight down. That was up near Carrara in Italy. We liberated that town. After the things kind of quieted down, it was mostly just watching so the Germans wouldn't do anything. Boy, I was up to, I think, almost 2 years. Nothing happened. Good thing. Of course, it was getting pretty close to the end of the war. The war ended, and then from there, well, there was a friend of ours that kept our property for us while we were evacuated, and he returned the property. So then my folks farmed it until I came back, and then I farmed it for a little while. Then we sold the farm. After that, I got into the nursery business, and I had a nursery in South Bellevue for 25 years, and then I retired. I like to go golfing, so I went golfing quite a bit.